Hey YouTubers, welcome back to AZ2 Ozarks. Today I'm going to show you our goat Gray. She never got more of a name than Gray, but it seems appropriate and the kids liked it, so that is what we call her. She has previously had 2 kids with us, and she's been as big as a house, and she's definitely showing signs of labor. So she's not getting up, she's allowing herself to be pet, which is uncommon, and she's just really uncomfortable right here. So we expect to have some kids here, hopefully before dark, but it may be a little bit later than that. So we'll keep you posted. This is our red pig that we've only had for about 7 weeks now, and you may recall that the white and black spotted pig back there, we had only had her for 2 days when she had a litter of 9 piglets and 7 of them survived. Well, 2 days ago, Red here had piglets, and she only had a very small litter of 3 piglets, and one of them was still. So we just have 2. There is 1 boy and 1 girl, and they're just as cute as can be, brand new little babies. But they look to be doing very well. And then we'll go over here, and you can see these little piglets that are just about 7 weeks old now. Hi, Mama Pig. And they're getting ready to be weaned. So nothing but babies going on around the homestead here. And we actually have 3 other goats that should be having kids this very month. And then I believe next month we start calving with all of our cows. So it's going to be a busy spring for us. It's supposed to be pretty cold and maybe a little rain tonight, and Gray is laying out here in the open. We wanted to try and get her over into the main goat house and kind of close her in there so she'll be safe from the weather with new kids, but she's not really steady on her feet. She doesn't want to get up, and when we tried to kind of lead her, she just fell over. So she's definitely contracting, and she's got really loose ligaments above her tail, and her bag didn't look very big, but it wasn't that big with her other kids either. And so we squeezed her and she had some milk come out. So we were concerned for a minute that it might have been bloat going on, because she really doesn't want to get up from this position, but we don't think it's bloat. We just don't know how close she is to having her kids, but it seems like within the next 24 hours at least, but we're concerned about her being out here in the open. Poor Gray is so uncomfortable, and we don't want to pick her up to move her because we don't want to hurt her, but she's just seeming to be exhausted and really, really uncomfortable. Okay guys, this really sucks, and I hate to film this part of the video. In the last clip, you saw our goat Gray in labor. She was huge. She had been in labor for quite some time, and she just died. And we were all there, all 3 kids, and Rick and I were all there, and she just died all of a sudden. And Rick wanted to save the kids if possible, and so he opened her up as quickly as we could, but it took us by surprise, so we weren't exactly prepared. Had to run inside the house in order to get a scalpel to do the procedure, and so there was obviously a few minute delay there. He opened her up, and she had 5 kids inside of her, and none of them looked like a runt or anything. They all looked well formed and big, and she had 5. There's 5 of us in our family. We each grabbed a kid, and we had towels, and we were rubbing on those kids and blowing air into their little mouths, and we did the best we could for an extended period of time, and we were unable to get any of them to survive. So this is really heartbreaking for us, for our kids. It was devastating. Our goats are pets to us, and yeah, so we all watched Gray die and were unable to save any of her 5 kids. 5 kids is way unusual. It's not normal. That was a lot of kids for a smaller size goat like her. It's a lot of kids for any goat. We don't know why she had 5. Her previous delivery was 2 with us. We don't know what her history was before that. And yeah, it's just heartbreaking. So we're watching the rest of the goats like hawks. We are going to try and learn from this and be better prepared in the future to prevent something like this from happening. I don't know what else we could have done. It is what it is. But yeah, we still have other goats that are going to be kidding here, and we're just going to keep a close eye on them. Well, Heidi is not the one who I thought was going to be first, but here she is. Let's get that baby out of there. Push, push. I'm gonna pull it out, Louie. I don't know how long she's been like that. Here. I wish I had gloves. I didn't know this is what was going to happen. Heidi, no! Darn it. Okay, let's just try and let her sit down. The baby's moving. It's alive. Dang it. Let's let her lay down. Lay down, Heidi. Come on. Let's get that baby out of there. Come on, Heidi. Lay down. Oh, goodness. Good job. Good job. The baby's breathing. Push it out. Push it out. Come on. Squeeze it out there, Heidi. Come on. Good girl, Heidi. Good girl. Good girl. No, I gotta get that baby out of there. Come on. Come on. Come on. It's got one leg back, Lewis. What's going on? Okay, baby's alive. Good baby. Good baby. What's going on here? Oh, there we go. Here we go, Mama. There we go. Oh, yes. It had one leg pushed back, so it wasn't coming out. I'm so glad we came out right at this moment. Oh, my gosh. Oh, good baby. Oh, good baby. Good Mama. Good Mama. She probably has more in there. She probably has more. Let me go wash up real quick and we'll come back to her, okay?
With towels.
Okay, I went back and got my older son for help in case we need it. Looks like Heidi is licking up this baby very nicely, doing a good job. That is a big baby. I can't tell if she's still contracting. One is very rare. I assume she has at least another kid in there. Her last kidding had 2 kids. And she hasn't had afterbirth yet, so that leads me to think that she isn't quite done. Heidi's standing up and the little baby's getting up. It's a little girl. She's trying to nurse, but she keeps getting lost. Heidi still hasn't had an afterbirth, but she does have quite a bit of bloody discharge back there, which makes me nervous. Well, surprise, surprise. This morning after I stopped filming, I had to go immediately to the farmer's market, and that's where I work, a booth, every Saturday, and I told the kids to keep an eye on Heidi goat here because she had only had the one. My oldest son was convinced that was all that there was, but I knew it's common for twins. And so they were out here looking, and then Heidi had rear hooves sticking out for a second kid after some time. And my daughter actually pulled the goat, so she'll be 13 this week, so that's pretty incredible that she did that. I was really excited to hear that we have two healthy little kids, and I guess upon further inspection they're both boys. We obviously always prefer to have little girls. They're better for us to grow our herd, as well as they're easier to sell if that's what we want to do with them. But that's okay. So we're happy for two little healthy boy kids, and Heidi looks like she's doing well. We're not confident that they have nursed. I would guess that they have because they look pretty good, but we do have a little bottle, and they extracted some colostrum from Heidi while I was gone, and so we can give that to them in a bottle if we need to. I'm trying to get a better angle on this little white one, but I can't. So Heidi has a La Mancha goat, and part of that is those tiny little ears she has, and then we call them little gloopy gloops on her neck there. I think it's called a wattle, actually. And this brown one definitely has the tiny ears, and the white one has bigger ears. So Homer's their dad, and I don't see him right now. He's a handsome fellow, but he is not a La Mancha, and he is spotted brown and black. So you never know what you're going to get when it comes to goats. Well, this is Homer, who is our buck. So he's the father of the little kids that were just born. So he's got big floppy ears, and that's what it seems that the little white kid has. And next up is Mama Goat here. She is expected to deliver tomorrow, though based on the calendar. She already a couple days ago was showing signs of labor and had discharge, but then it all resolved. So she's done that to us before. She actually had a full false pregnancy previously. Totally weird. But she's also had 3 sets of kids on our farm already, so she's a good mama. Hopefully things go just as smoothly with her. But yes, this is the first batch of kids we're getting from Homer, our buck. Previously we had Austin Powers, and he was actually kind of a pain in the butt to have around. He was a jerk, and we didn't really like him, so he ended up going to auction, and we found Homer instead, and he's really pleasant to be around, and we do like him quite a bit. So hopefully this round of kids goes super well, and then as a result Homer can stick around here. And of course Sasha is photobombing. It is the next morning, and this little boy is especially up and walking around looking good. Heidi's given me a couple little snorts over there as a warning, but she's generally being really good about us being around the kids. And we were actually introducing Sasha, the livestock guardian dog, to this little kid earlier because we really want her to bond with the goats, and she hasn't historically because we got the first goats before we had the dog, and early on a couple of the goats rammed her, and so she's just kind of standoffish with them but hasn't really bonded. We're hoping that she'll bond with the goats and ultimately they can all be nice little friends. But isn't this guy adorable? His tiny, tiny little ears. He's calling for mama. Hi, little boy. And then his little brother's over there. We'll come in a little bit closer. Hi, Heidi. And there he is. He looks kind of like a little lamb. He's really cute. But they're both doing well and healthy, and we're so relieved and happy to have these kids born, and all is well. So Heidi's being a good mom, as she has been in the past, and she is a La Mancha goat, so our plans in the future will include milking her when these guys are getting a little bit older. She produces tons of milk, we definitely know that, but she hasn't been trained to milk, so we're going to need to build a milking stand in order to kind of contain her, and we'll give her a little bit of feed when we start milking her so she gets used to it. But we're looking forward to that in the future. Just when you think everything's going well and okay, things take a turn for the worse.
Rick went outside to check on all the goats this morning really early, and he found this little guy who was just born to Heidi 2 days ago, just laying there lethargic, felt kind of cold. He was right next to Mama's teat, but he wasn't nursing, and we brought him in, and we were using a little syringe to feed him colostrum that we had extracted from Heidi. And Rick thinks he might have been injured, thinks his back might be broken because he wasn't moving his back legs at all, and now he's just kind of completely lethargic. I've got him on a heating pad. I'm hoping for a miracle, but I know that in reality these things don't work out all the time. So we're watching this guy, and the other kid, the white one, is doing good, but we think that Heidi might be engorged and they may not be able to milk from her. So Rick and Keegan went out and they were going to milk her to try and relieve some of the pressure and help her out, and we'll just see what happens.
Well, at least there's some good news, and this little guy is looking good and vibrant, and he's up and walking and nursing and doing all the things he's supposed to do, so that's good news. The guy has milked his mama and got about a pint out of her just to clear her up. There were a lot of clots in there, and hopefully relieve some pressure and make it easier for him to nurse. And we'll probably start milking her right away since she'll only have one kid to feed. So it's definitely rough on the homestead when things don't go as well as planned. Well, this is quite the surprise. It was storming and just about time for bed, so I asked my oldest son to go check on Mama Goat, and she had four kids. And they all seem to be healthy. One's back behind Mama here. Let me see if I can. Hi, Mama. And there's one back over there. And what did you guys say? 3 girls and 1 boy? Yep. That's what it looks like. So she's already got them cleaned up, and they all look to be a good size. And wow, this is just incredible. So we'll probably get out of the way and let them have their evening and check on them again in the morning. It is the next morning. We're at a break in the storm and everybody's looking good. Look at this handsome new kid. So everybody has been nursing and doing well. We don't know if any of them are nursing off of Heidi. We hope they will. This is Heidi's one baby right here, and he's so excited to have some friends to play with. Look at him bouncing around, so happy. So this little one is already being adventurous, wanting to come outside. It's windy and we're expecting more storm, more rain, but I think we're past the most of it, so all is well, and these guys just look great. So really this is a happy ending to what started out as a very sad kidding season for us, and we definitely will just count our blessings. There we go. Come on out, little one. Triplets for this first time mama. She's such a small goat too. She's the one we were most worried about because she's so tiny and delicate, and this is her first time having kids, and looks like she's doing it like a champ. Our only complaint would be that she had them out here instead of in the goat house. Do you want to pull? It's not breaking out of the sack. Not all the way. think she needs a little help on that one.
Here's the help. This is the placenta.
Oh, okay.
Good. After birth and we're done.
Yep, hopefully just twins. It's gonna drop right on that guy. Come on, dude. Go around the side, little guy. You're a good girl, Lily. There we go. Come on, baby.
Hey, push again. Come on. There you go, push.
That looks like breach.
It is backwards.
Yeah. Oh,
He's alive.
it's alive. Yay.
It's a boy.
3 boys. Good job. Good job, Mama. Oh, little Lily. Come on, little guy.
This is the biggest one.
Cough out that mess. Oh.
Look out, homie. Come on. You're right in the way. Lick him up, Mom.
Towel. So let's recap. We have Heidi here with her one remaining male kid. And so he was born first. He was born last Saturday. He was the second one to be pulled. Right here we have Lily and her trio of boys, and they were just born today, less than 2 hours ago. And then 2 days ago, late in the night, Mama Goat had her 4 kids, which I think are hiding behind the door. It's hard to get over here. Well, there's 2 of them. Where is everybody? Oh, there's the 3rd one. And where's number 4? Oh, she's hiding over here. And so Mama Goat has 3 girls and 1 boy. So we have a whole lot of kids all of a sudden. And these goats are doing okay now. So it was a really rough start to our kidding season, losing Gray and her 5 kids. And then losing the first of Heidi's kids. But now things are looking up, and I don't believe we'll be having any more kids born at this time. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to keep following our adventure.